Let me ask you this. How many times have you grabbed a protein bar only to regret it later because it either tastes like cardboard or it's way too sweet? Here's the thing, getting enough protein is a non-negotiable, especially when you're in your 40s and beyond. Protein helps to support a healthy metabolism, helps you to maintain lean muscle mass because we lose muscle mass as we age, and also helps you to manage those cravings. But let's be real, finding high protein snacks that actually taste good, well, that could be a challenge. That's why today I'm showing you how to make these delicious homemade protein bars that are quick, satisfying, and will help you to hit those protein goals. All right, let's dive in. I just love this recipe because everything can just be made in one bowl. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this peanut butter, and here I'm actually using natural peanut butter, which is our first swap. The reason why I'm using natural peanut butter is because conventional peanut butter can be loaded in preservatives, added sugar, and all of that yucky stuff. So natural peanut butter here. I'm actually gonna get to the protein powder in just 1 second. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna add here is some maple syrup. I love me some maple syrup. It's actually one of my preferred sweeteners when I'm making things like these, homemade protein bars. Okay, so next I'm gonna be adding in some protein powder. You can add whatever protein powder you like. I'm really liking the plant-based protein powders these days. Actually, not even just these days. I've been taking plant-based protein powder for years. So this is one of my favorites. So I'm gonna dump that in. Next thing I'm gonna add in here is just some oats. So we'll put that in there like so. I'm actually gonna add a sprinkle of sea salt as well, which I forgot to put out here. So I'm just gonna grab some here. All right, so I'm just gonna take a couple shakes of some sea salt, pop that in like so. And the other ingredient we need is some melted coconut oil. So I have some coconut oil here, and I'm just gonna pop this in the microwave and just melt it a little bit. Now you don't wanna put it in here for too long. We just want it to be a little bit melted. So I think I'm just gonna go for maybe about like 10 to 12 seconds here. All right, so this is looking good. So I'm gonna pour that over the top, and this is gonna kind of help us bring everything together. All right, so speaking of bringing everything together, now we just want to stir all of these ingredients together. So I'm gonna use my spatula for that, and I'm probably gonna get a good arm workout here, but that's good because we're burning calories as we're making a snack. How amazing is that? So these bars are really perfect for those busy days when you just need a high protein snack that's just portable, something you can take on the go, and just something to just kind of keep you going. Okay, it's starting to come together here. This is looking good. All right, so I feel like this mixture is looking good. So the next thing I wanna do now is I'm gonna take a baking pan, which I have here. This is actually just like your standard loaf pan. So I'm gonna take this loaf pan and I'm just gonna put it here like this, line it with some parchment paper, and then now I'm just gonna pop in this mixture, and you just wanna just press it down really firmly. So I'm gonna move all of this stuff out of the way because your girl's a little accident prone. Let me know in the comments if that's you as well. If you're the type of person just kind of knocks everything over, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be me. All right, so let's just pop this in here like so. Also, while I'm doing this, let me know in the comments if anybody has a hack for keeping parchment paper inside of the pan. I'm telling you, when I do these videos, it just fills me with anxiety because I can never quite get the parchment paper to go the way that I want it to go. Look, some of them, it even went inside, but that's okay. That's all right. We're rocking and we're rolling. All right, so we're just gonna keep pouring that in here like so. All right, going. Okay, so I managed to get all of it, most of it, in there without going over the sides. All right, so we're just gonna kind of pack it down evenly. So I think I put a little bit more on that side, so I'm just gonna make sure I get it over there like that. Okay, so you can either do it with your hands or you can do it with a spatula. I kind of like to do it with my hands just to start because then it just kind of tells me, it will just kind of tell me where I'm at in terms of the thickness and the evenness of this. All right, so I'm gonna keep patting this down. It's looking good. And I'm probably gonna use my spatula friend here to kind of help me to get into the corners. All right, so we're patting it down, we're patting it down, patting it down. I can't wait to get to the next part. Yeah, this is good. This is looking good. Everything is patted down firmly now. I think we're good to go. Just make sure here. All right, so that's feeling good. So the next thing we wanna do now is we want to take our chocolate chips. So I have some dark chocolate chips here. You can use whatever chocolate you want. When it comes to me, when I eat chocolate, I like to make sure that I'm using dark chocolate because it's rich in more antioxidants, polyphenols, and that sort of thing. So the higher the cocoa content is the better, okay? So again, you can use whatever chocolate chips you want, but I'm gonna be using the dark chocolate chips in this one, okay? Now, polyphenols are important because polyphenols help with reducing inflammation in the body. And when we think about the diet these days, we're eating a lot of foods that are causing inflammation in our body. So we wanna eat as many foods as possible that's gonna help to lower that inflammation, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop this into the microwave and melt it a little bit. I should actually say this. You have two options here. You can either melt this in the microwave or you can do this on a double boiler on the stove. So when you're gonna do this in the microwave, I'm gonna give you like a big asterisk here. You have to watch it closely. If you put it in the microwave for too long, the chocolate will seize up. It will get really thick. It won't get like nice and like creamy and like gooey. You're gonna have like a thick disaster of a mess. Trust me, I've been there, so I know. So basically, you just wanna make sure that you are putting it in the microwave in increments. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So I like to do it in increments, maybe of like 15 seconds, and then I'll stir it and then I'll come back again. Okay, so this is what it's looking like at 15 seconds. So you can see it's not quite there yet. There's a little bit of melting, but not much. So I'm gonna put it back in the microwave again. Okay, so this is getting to where we want it to. You see, it's like looking nice and creamy. I don't know if I should push it. Let me just see if maybe if I just do this and just kind of stir it, maybe all the chocolate chips will melt. Okay, this is looking good. I actually think I'm gonna work with this like that, because if I put it in further, I have a feeling it might seize up. So the one thing I forgot to put in here is the coconut oil. So I'm gonna add the coconut oil in now that this is kind of, melting the way that I want. I'm just gonna pop in the coconut oil there like that. So we wanna make sure the coconut oil is melted as well. So I'm just gonna stir this in there. And I think if I just do this, the coconut oil will just actually melt right into that chocolate. And look, it is perfect. There we go. So this is the consistency that we're looking for here. Again, if you push it too far in the microwave, what's gonna happen is it's gonna seize up and it's just gonna be a really thick, yucky mess. Okay. Actually, I don't know if chocolate could ever be yucky, but we want a nice pourable chocolate here. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we just want to pour that chocolate all over the bars. Oh my gosh. Can I just eat this right out of the bowl? Oh my goodness. All right, so we just want to make sure we're spreading it across. Okay. If you feel like you need more chocolate, go ahead and you can melt more. I did about a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, but if you like it extra chocolatey, you could definitely go ahead and just melt more chocolate. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. All right, and I'm just gonna maybe just do this to kind of let the pan help me out here so I don't have to do too much maneuvering. Yeah, I probably could have done just maybe a little bit more chocolate, but I guess it just depends on how chocolatey you want it. Like maybe what you could even do is like towards like the edges, maybe there's not as much chocolate and you keep more of the chocolate situation in the middle. And I think that's what I'm gonna do here. So let's just do that. Some of the oats are mixing, but that's okay. It's still gonna taste amazing. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Doesn't have to be perfect as I'm trying to make it oh so perfect here. All right, okay, so then there you have it. So the next thing we wanna do is, actually if you wanted to, you could, if you have flaky sea salt, I don't have flaky sea salt, but if you wanted like a little extra something, you could probably put some flaky sea salt on the top. I don't have that. Flaky sea salt was way too expensive, so we're just gonna do it without it. So this is what it looks like. It looks amazing, right? So it's just nice, it's such a simple recipe. One bowl, one and done, okay? So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chill this mixture in the fridge for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna slice it into bars. I cannot wait. Okay, so the bars are ready and these look so good. So I've already started cutting them into bars. So what you wanna do is just get your knife and just cut them into bars like so. And they cut really easily like that. And look how delicious and cute these look. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to eat these. You guys know my favorite part of doing these videos is the taste test. So let's try one of these, shall we? I'm gonna take like a big bite and I know it's gonna look, I'm gonna look so greedy, but you know what? I don't care. I just can't wait to dive in. Now tell me, wouldn't you rather snack on something like this rather than another dry store-bought protein bar? If you're nodding yes, then you are going to love my Food Swap Foodie Challenge. Inside the challenge, I'm going to show you how to make tasty swaps just like this one, how to stop overeating, how to manage cravings, and how to still enjoy the foods that you love without giving up your favorite foods. There's a link in the description so you can join, and when you do join, you receive instant access to all 5 videos so you can start crushing those cravings right away. And if you want to learn how to stop turning to food to manage stress, make sure to check out my next video.